This is a survey of the topics covered in biotechnology. The first topic we have is vaccines. Vaccines are when a microorganism is put into a person so that that person's immune system can learn how to deal with that particular type of organism. By putting in a weaker or a smaller amount of a microorganism, the person's immune system learns how to deal with it. So if it's approached with that same thing in the future, it can more efficiently handle conquering and defeating that type of microorganism. So the next part we have here is proteomics, which is the study of the structure and the functions of proteins. Some of it having to do with the folds of the proteins. We have bovine growth hormone. This is when you give cattle growth hormones, and these growth hormones make them produce more milk, and that by producing more milk is good, but they may have more health complications. So you have the plus on one side, and you have a minus on the other side, and there's speculation whether it's worth it. We also have now bioremediation, and bioremediation is the use of microorganisms, bacteria, to clean up the environment after some sort of spill or disaster, or sometimes there's something that is just simply toxic that needs to be taken care of, and you can use bacteria to help clean up in the process. Some people would think of the oil spills and how you can use bacteria to help clean up an oil spill. We have biopesticides, and biopesticides would be a safer way to get rid of pests instead of formerly using chemicals, which may be more harmful to the environment. So the biopesticides are less harmful to the environment than chemicals are. Eugenics is a belief system to control the human population by either creating more humans with desirable traits or by reducing the amount of humans with undesirable traits. So the end result is to try to alter natural selection in a way where the desirable traits are more prominent than undesirable traits. And we have now xenotransplantation. This would be a situation in which there's an exchange of organs or cells between humans and animals. Most commonly, it's referred to when humans and pigs exchange different parts. A lot of people consider you think of the pig heart being exchanged and implanted into the human is a good example of xenotransplantation. Then we have the biofilm. A biofilm is when you have a complex network of cells that are very good at deterring certain bacteria or infections. And this is useful in humans because some people will have a biofilm in the ear or the mouth or some part of the body where you don't get infections or you don't get a system that is weak to bacteria or infections. The ChemoFX is a way of sampling through different chemotherapies and trying those different chemotherapy chemicals on tumors to see which chemotherapy treatments are most effective for each type of tumor to tailor to each specific person. A. thaliana here has one of the smallest genomes of any plant, and because of that, it was one of the first plants to have its entire genome mapped out. This other word here is Achilles therongensis, and this is commonly referred to as BT, and BT is a bacterium that is genetically modified into corn so that the corn will have a natural pesticide, meaning that when certain insects eat it, those insects will die, but the chemical is not poisonous or hazardous to the environment or people. It's just specifically poisonous or detrimental to the insects that eat it. The top 3 GMO crops are cotton, soybean, and corn. And golden rice is a genetically modified rice which has extra amounts of vitamins in it. In particular, there's an extra amount of vitamin A to help combat the deficiency of vitamin A throughout the world.